Made a 147 break in the previous frame. 89 points on the board for him. Missed black off the spot because he was trying to obtain position on the next red. Generally speaking, he's playing some pretty good snooker. Breaks of 64 and 89 so far. Ahmed Saif, he must have been looking forward to this match. Right now, it's turned into more of an ordeal than a contest.
I suppose you could say he's got the best seat in the house. That looks a little bit narrow. Oh, it's okay. Good shot. Well, a long way back now. I know this is a question of when and not if. And but Ronnie's aware that he's got 2 more matches today after this one. I didn't fancy him to miss that one. We just got the average frame time there, 9 minutes 21 seconds. So, the first ball potted then for Ahmed. There you go, 75 is against 1. No wonder he's getting a round of applause, and why not? Needs a few more though.
Green ball.
Refusing the pink to the middle pocket in favour of green into the pack. Split the reds, try and get the snooker in behind the yellow. He was. Didn't achieve it. The thought was there though. In this kind of situation there's always the cliche, isn't there? He's gaining invaluable experience. But when you see something like this, you sometimes wonder whether a match of this nature does more harm than good.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Phil, but I think the thing is as well, when I came into the professional ranks, it does take a little while to settle, isn't it? You get settled in. It's 2 or 3 years, really, just gaining that early experience. But I think the thing is as well, you have to take the knocks, don't you? You have to get a few thumps on the chin before you come back even stronger. Everybody's done that. That's just the nature of professional sport. That's not a bad shot, though. It's just a question of taking those knocks and coming back stronger. But this lad will learn, whatever happens. Just a question of how he applies himself in the next couple of seasons, really. Yeah, that's a 2-year exemption. A good escape from Ronnie, but he has left a pot on down the cushion here. Well, he's played well so far. He'll be happy with the scoreline.
Saif represented Qatar at the 2010 Asian Games. And he's been coached by Mike Russell, an 11 times world billiards champion, undoubtedly the finest billiards player of the modern era. A former coach, of course, over in Qatar of the national team, Rory McLeod, who plays on the circuit. Saif secured his place on the main tour through the qualifying school back in May, and he won 5 matches in that tournament. Beat the highly regarded Welsh amateur Dwayne Jones 4-3, Michael Giorgio 4-2 as well. Giorgio is a former main tour player also, and so he can clearly compete. But up against O'Sullivan in the full glare of the cameras on international TV, it's a big leap.
And again, he just caught the blue on the way through. I don't think he's left Ronnie anything on here. We'll be seeing a safety from Ronnie. Wasn't quite sure if Ronnie had covered this red. It seems not. Unlucky. Doesn't want that cue ball in though, because that red is waiting. That's okay.
I was telling you a while ago that some second round matches have begun. Sakib Benazir and Stuart Bingham. Well, 2-1 it is to Nazir at the moment, the amateur, so that's something of a surprise after Bingham won the opening frame. The battle of the Davises, Mark against Steve. Mark Davis leads 2-0, that after Steve Davis beat Jamie Cope this morning. Alex Davis leads Stuart Carrington 2-1. And also in second round action, another O'Sullivan, Sean O'Sullivan, is 2-1 down to David Morris.
Well, he has left Ronnie this tempter to the green pocket. He could also take it to the centre actually, but he knows he might be leaving things on. Well, there's the respect. He could have taken that on, but he chose not to. Now he might have left this red to the centre actually, through the gap between the brown and the pink. He was hoping that white would travel a little bit further. But he's in good position. He won't be, well, he's a perfectionist, Ronnie, we know that. He won't be happy with a safety shot because he'll be looking at things further ahead. If he plays that shot against a Matt Selby or something like that, he will get punished. I'm not sure whether this guy's at the moment quite got the game to punish Ronnie. That's a good red.
It would be good to see him put a few together, get something positive from the contest.
Yeah, absolutely. Problem you got though, Phil, in these sort of situations, we keep saying when these lads come in and when they do settle down, it's often a little bit too late, isn't it? The damage has been done then.
Seven.
Well, we've got a little tricky green to the centre if he takes it on.
Well, the omens aren't good. He's played 27 frames so far as a professional, and he's won only 3 of them.
Ahmed Saif, 7.
Saif was whitewashed in the first qualifying round of the Shanghai Masters by Ian Burns. Whitewashed 4-0 by Michael White in the first qualifying round of the Indian Open. When you're on the professional tour, it is an extremely tough school.
We've seen really good amateurs in the UK in that field, the super amateurs really, and they've gone into professional ranks and have struggled, haven't they, the first couple of seasons. It's just a totally different level. Well, that's the way it should be, really. Don't think it's not the abilities, it's the mental factor.
5.
It's you know, certainly in the amateur ranks you get a couple of chances per frame, 3, something like that. In the pro ranks you get probably 1, 2 if you're lucky. Depends if the match is scrappy, of course, but really at top level, when you're playing a guy like this, you don't get too many chances. You have to make sure you take them.
11.
Yes, and over the years, playing in the amateur game, there have been certain individuals who look absolutely certain to make a big impact when they turn professional, and they haven't. Others have been low-key as amateurs and done really well when they play for dough.
14. 15.
Well, Ronnie back in here. This is about to go 4-0. There's a little bit of work to be done. I don't know if the black spot is held here, that would help. It would go on to the pink spot. Yes, no problem.
22.
I'm just winning a few shots here.
23.
That's okay. You could open these up and all of a sudden have a frame match-winning opportunity. And no disrespect to Ahmed, but if Ronnie does win this 4-0, Phil, I don't think Ronnie will take much out of this match. You know, he's got things ahead today and Sunday.
31.
This will be a little bit of a warm-up for him. He knows that Ahmed would have been nervous coming into this match. He knows that. But he'll be thinking more about his game during this weekend and months ahead, of course. A long season ahead for these boys once more. But he looks in good form, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Took that year out, of course, just to think about things. Wanted to come back with a little bit more enthusiasm. Everybody wanting to see him at the table on our screens once more. No doubt that this guy is playing
36.
really well. He's always the man to beat.
37.
I'm sure the likes of Mark Selby's. Hang on, has he missed that? Oh. The John Higginses, the Sean Murphys, the Mark Williamses of this world will have something to say about that this coming season. I'm sure they'll all be in the mix at the business end
45.
of the tournament. Nice cannon. Just needs the red and black, and Ahmed Saif will be needing snookers.
53.
Well, we did expect this a little, but you still have to produce the goods, and Ahmed could take away and say, well, I've played the best player that's ever been. And I hope he's enjoyed
60. 61.
O'Sullivan made a 64 break in the first frame. He put together a run of 89 in the third. Is it possible he could maybe finish with a century? It's unlikely,
68.
but with him, don't discount it.
I'll hold you to that, Phil, when this red goes in. No, I won't.
The concession arrives. Ahmed Saif is whitewashed, and whitewashed decisively in much less than an hour. Ronnie O'Sullivan through by a score of 4 frames to 0.